Top of the morning to you all. Happy St. Patrick's Day 2020, and welcome to Malt Muser Whiskey Reviews. I'm Eric. I have an Irish whiskey for you today. Redbreast, single pot still, 12-year-old at cask strength. As always here on the channel, I'm going to give you a nose, taste, finish review of this whiskey. I'll tell you a bit about the value, give you my final thoughts, leave you with a final score, and then send you to a malt musing at the tail end of this video. But first, a bit about Redbreast and the 12-year-old cask strength. So Redbreast is owned by Irish distillers, and they source this whiskey out of the Jameson distillery in Ireland. They have a couple different expressions that are part of their core range: a 12-year, a 15-year, a 21-year, and they both, range in price considerably, from the 12-year being around like 50, 60 bucks to upwards of over 200 for the 21. But they also have this 12-year-old cask strength. So this is released in batches. And you may recall back in 2018, the Redbreast 12 cask strength batch B117 was my 2018 whiskey of the year. The batch we're going to be looking at today is batch B219. So I'm assuming second batch 2019. This is bottled at 55.8% ABV. They have done a little bit of a rebranding, so this is what the new labeling looks like. Take a look here at the bottle. Same classic Redbreast bottle with a little bit of an updated label on it. Here's what they have to say. Triple distilled and matured in the finest oak casks. Highly awarded and critically acclaimed Redbreast 12 cask strength is a single pot still Irish whiskey comprising exclusively of pot still whiskeys, which have been triple distilled, matured, and left in oak casks for no less than 12 years and left untouched. This is a non-chill filtered whiskey. I was able to find that out online. Unfortunately, it does not say that here on the bottle itself, which is always unfortunate. Okay, they got some tasting notes, which we will not get into right now because we are going to sample this whiskey. This is aged in sherry casks. As for the box, a whole bunch of writing here on the back, which I'll spare you, including tasting notes, just kind of talking more about the Redbreast. I will share this part. As for their logo, the robin redbreast is the only bird which sings continuously throughout the dark Irish winters and is one of the very few small birds that choose to winter in Ireland. It is this enduring spirit which inspires its namesake Redbreast Irish whiskey. So there you go, right? That's the story behind the Redbreast label. Final note just on what single pot still is. So single meaning one distillery, and pot still is whiskey is comprised of both malted and unmalted barley. Irish whiskeys tend to have unmalted barley in their mash bill. That goes way back in history. It was a way to avoid a tax that the British had put on malted barley, and it ended up creating a whole unique style of whiskey. So enough about all that. Let's get this in the glass and see what this batch 219 has in store for us. It said there was no mention about whether it's natural color, but take a look at it anyways. We know that this is sherry cask. That is what we're looking at. Okay, let's get into this. First here on the nose. Wow. Fruity, citrus, rich, chocolatey. There's also almost like a bready biscuit note, which is definitely coming from that unmalted barley. It's a signature scent, and it's a signature flavor that you get out of these Irish whiskeys with unmalted barley in them. Sweetness, yeah. Citrus, yeah. Fruitiness, definitely. And then again, a little bit of chocolate in it, a little bit of that, again, bready, biscuit, yeast almost smell. It smells rich and inviting. Really nice nose on this. Okay, let's give this a taste. Cheers. Now this is a St. Patrick's Day whiskey. Big flavor. Right away, you get a slight bite from that citrus. It's almost like a gingery citrus. And then just full, intense, spicy, I'm thinking cinnamon, dried fruits, raisin, dark red fruit. Just all kind of just overtake. It's got a really viscous, oily mouthfeel. Finish leaves you with some nice kind of toasted notes. Again, that kind of bready, biscuity flavor is there, buttery, creamy. It's about a medium finish. Vanilla, a little bit of that citrus still there. Great stuff. Great stuff. I'm going to put a little bit of water on this. Being up at 55%, we'll see if we bring this down a bit, see what else happens. So going back to the nose now with the additional water. So everything seems to have tamed down quite a bit. Still getting that citrus, lemon, lime, citrus thing in the background. It's not overpowering. It's the first thing that jumps out at you. It's just a little bit of a sharpness. There's that bready note, a little bit in the background. Just green freshness. Vanilla, a little bit of caramel, strawberry, blueberry, just soft fruit notes. Not quite as deep and rich as it was neat, as to be expected. But I'm not getting a lot more out of this. It's a little bit more imbalanced now, I would say, with the addition of water. We'll see what it does to the taste. All right, cheers. Fruity, sweet, still very oily, still really powerful flavor, even with about 2 teaspoons of water. But that spiciness is tamed down quite a bit. You're getting it, but it's working a little bit more in partnership with everything else in this. I almost think the addition of water actually has done this a bit of a benefit in terms of just evening out the experience here. As the development happens, still lemon, left with some of that lemon note, citrus, just heavy cereal, malty note, which is where that kind of, again, biscuity, bready note is tied to. Spice has really went in the background. I'm still getting a little bit of like that red cinnamon, like cinnamon red hot candy. Little bit of nuttiness at the end. Finish is actually extended a little bit more now with the addition of water, which is a little surprising. Vanilla, lemon, slight saltiness. I'm gonna have to take another sip of this, y'all. Okay, so bottle of Redbreast 12 cask strength. The price on this in the US is going to vary widely. I have seen this as low as $60. I have seen this as high as $100. I think the average price you're going to find a bottle of Redbreast 12 cask strength is going to be in that 75 to 85 range. Now that may raise alarms for you, given that this is just a 12-year-old whiskey. This I would buy with confidence. This is, I would say, the best Irish whiskey that I've ever had. While this one doesn't quite live up to the batch B117, which I gave my whiskey of the year of, this is nothing to sneeze at. So spending $75 to $85 on a high quality Irish whiskey of this caliber is totally worth your money. So my final thoughts here on the Redbreast 12 cask strength, batch B219, is pretty straightforward. This is a very rich, complex, rewarding Irish whiskey. This, I think, will shock anybody who thinks they know what Irish whiskey is if they've spent their time just drinking Jameson at the bar or Tullymore Dew or anything like that. I mean, this is probably one of the best Irish whiskeys you can find. It's at a great price. The cask strength means you're getting good value and a lot of flavor. It's rich, it's complex, and it's going to give you something a little bit different every single time. I'm looking forward to enjoying the rest of this bottle. And my final score here on the Redbreast 12 cask strength, batch B2 19, is going to be a solid 4 out of 5, which means, actually, you know what? 4.5 out of 5. I highly recommend buying a bottle of this. 4.5 out of 5 is my final score on the Redbreast 12 cask strength, batch B219. Hope you all enjoy the day and can get your hands on a good Irish whiskey, hopefully something of this caliber. With that, I'm going to kick you over to your malt musing. Catch you next time here on Malt Muser Whiskey Reviews. Cheers, y'all.